Hey y'all, Jelly Lot Williams here. Welcome to the Live Verse, where we talk about the power of God and His Word in our everyday lives. I am so excited to be starting this new series on rest. In the intro video, we talked about 3 different types of seasons of rest and how the purpose of rest depends on your season. In this video, we're going to focus on the first season of rest, which is preparation. To continue with our analogy of a farmer, this is the type of rest a farmer does before planting. The verses for this month is Psalms 23, 1-3 in the Message version. It reads, God my shepherd, I don't need a thing. You have bedded me down in lush meadows. You find me quiet pools to drink from. True to your word, you let me catch my breath and send me in the right direction. What does it mean to rest in this season? It is important to note that the verse says, you let me catch my breath and send me in the right direction. This is a season of rest for obtaining strategy from God, or when a farmer is trying to figure out what are the best crops and produce to invest in and plant. Whenever God wants to do something new in your life, He often begins by cluing you in on His plans. This is seen many times throughout the Bible. When God tells Moses He will lead His people out of Egypt, when He tells Joseph that he will be king someday through a dream, or when Jesus tells Peter that He is the rock upon which He will build His church. In many cases, these plans do not seem possible in the light of reality. And that is because God wants us to know that we cannot achieve them without Him. This is important to know because sometimes the manuscript for what's next doesn't make sense to us, so we think it cannot be God. God will always give you a dream that requires you to rely on Him for it to become a reality. Why? Because God likes to blow our minds. How do I know I am in this type of season of rest? How do you know you're in a season of rest that is for preparation? Your feelings usually are a hint, and when your efforts are bearing no fruit. Think of it like a car stalling. When that happens, most of us tend to push harder on the gas pedal, thinking that more effort will get the car moving again. We begin to feel disappointment and frustration because the results are nowhere near effective. Whereas a car that is in good condition hardly requires much effort to push the gas pedal and gets us where we need to go without much stress on our part. The word says that God makes our yoke easy and our burdens light. If you're stressed doing what God has called you to do, it is because you are attempting to drive a stalled car. Because of this, many people confuse this season of rest for preparation as a sign that maybe they heard wrong from God and God didn't actually call them to be or do what they thought. And that may be true for some, but what if it's not true for you? God may just be forcing you to rest. It's a blessing that in the seasons of our lives when God wants us to rest, He's also telling us the wonderful plans that He has for our future. To recap, 1. A season of rest for preparation is when God gives us direction. 2. You can recognize when you are in this season when your efforts to enact God's direction bear no results. In the next video, we're going to talk about why God makes us rest in this season and what exactly do you do in a season of rest for preparation. Thanks for watching. I hope you were able to gain more insight into this season of rest. Be sure to subscribe to our channel so you don't miss our next video, and share this video with a friend. For additional tips and content on this week's video, follow us on social media. Make sure you stay tuned, for this series isn't over yet.